Hello, how you guys doing? Jojo, how you doing? Alright, so tonight, I want to start wrapping stuff up tonight. It's good to hear. Doing good. So yeah, I'm gonna start putting the what I have of the music engine into my runner ROM tonight. Having what kind of problems? Oh boy, I'll look at that in a second. Hang on. But yeah, so I wanna start putting the music engine in the final ROM here, so I can start to you know, wrap things up a little bit. It looks like I do have someone to do the music for me. Still waiting to hear on a few details with that, but hopefully that goes all right. We'll see. But yeah, so in the meantime, I'm gonna move all that stuff over, and I don't think I'll be working on the that music conversion program on stream much anymore. I'll probably do that mostly off stream. Yeah, because it's looking like it's just gonna be for this project here. But all right, so what is this, Jojo? What kind of virus are you sending me? Did you accidentally change the display language of Windows? The Joe Mega, how you doing? This time, well, welcome. Yeah. So what's the matter? You tell me you can't read that? You can't read that, Jojo? Help! I can't read it. Yeah, there's spoken language. The first bit of that. Good job, Jojo. I'm not sure exactly how to help you there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what setting is what. Google Translate might be able to help you. If you have an Android phone, you can get it to take a picture of the screen and it'll translate it for you. But good luck. Alright. So here's one, and then the other is going to be music engine. This one. Alright. So I need to first make sure that this is clean. It ain't. Gareth, thank you for that host. Appreciate that. How you doing? How was stream? I missed the end of it, but I hope it went well. I clicked the button and it disappeared. Uh-oh. Just removed the language. Jojo, thank you for the host. Appreciate that. Oh, right, okay. Well, that... Yeah. What's the CHR stuff that I never actually ended up using? I don't think I will be using that. Not for this project anyway. I might be using it for another project, but not this one. What is that? Yeah, that can go away. Let's get rid of that. Yep. Yeah, so these sprites, I don't think I'll be... Well, I'm not going to be using these in the actual build process itself. So, you know, I'm going to edit the git ignore for that. To ignore the CHR and the sprite. And what is in here? Do those come up? They do. Okay, so we're gonna ignore those two. Vital, how you doing? Welcome. You're starting. All right, no worries. The new sound. What's the new sound? Did I? From last time, there isn't much new sound from last time. What did I say was dumps? There we go. And you know, I'm just gonna move that. I'm gonna move that to a different directory. Close out that. So the lock will go away. There goes the lock. And then we're gonna find it. There it is. Grab it. Put it up. Put it up Why? Windows, why? Come on. Really? Okay. Not able to navigate with my keyboard, apparently. I'll put that up there. Refresh that. Alright. Doing great. Currently going through a tutorial for Godot. Only 10 parts left! I can start reworking on Jerry's Adventures. Nice! Nice. Yeah, what'd you have? It's actually looking really good already. It was written in Java, though, right? I can understand wanting to get away from Java. Bridgewater, how you doing? Welcome. Add some directories to the Git. Ignore. You're not going to wait for Godot? Actually, let me add some more to that. Is it not like done yet or something? Like they still, is it like an alpha or something, or beta or whatever? What are they? The tiles are the tiles aren't being built by in the CHR and Sprite folders, so I'm not adding them to Git. Alright. And now I can start copying some stuff over. So the note table stuff, that's gonna be coming over. Copy. Not the music data. I'm gonna want to copy some of the main stuff though, not all of it. I don't think. Do I? Actually, I don't think I need to copy any of. Well, I need to copy like the run sound frame and write sound buffers. I think those are the only two things I need to copy from this. Well, and including, you know, that stuff. Slowly getting further with my templates. I have default value, now working in inferring template parameters from other template parameters. That does not sound like fun, but good luck. Good luck with that. Yeah, it wasn't Java, it was just too complicated for it to need to be. I wasn't going to put myself through the stress if I didn't need to. Yeah. Still learning a lot doing that. That's the important part is they learn things. Oh, and I'm gonna have to actually use these two guys as well. Aren't I? Yeah, this right here. I need this. You know, let's oops, runner and then main. It's not called main. Oh, they're okay. Good, they are already defined there. At the bottom. What? No. Copy that, and then paste that. There it goes. Alright, hello world with 1 million characters. Alright. Okay. We're gonna copy this over. We're gonna call it something other than engine, though. Where's my other folder? There, and then we're gonna rename it to sound. Yeah. And that needs to be included here. Like that. Included in the fixed bank, not the other banks, because I need that across all of the game states. Yeah. I might end up putting the music data itself, though, in its own bank. Good chance that'll happen, I think. Well, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. How big is how much room do I have, like, on everything? Not that one. Tools and SP. There it is. Yes. Oh, I have plenty of room. 0k free. No, there's more than 0k free. Empty value. FF? No. 00. Okay, the percent free, or not the percent, but the amount free is wrong. That's cool. That's cool. Lovely little tool here that barely works. It visualizes, helps me visualize, you know, how much is used. It's just that the printouts aren't exactly correct. Alright, yes, I have plenty of room for this stuff. Alright, what's next? The data will need to be included eventually. I don't have any of the data yet, though. I like my lower level, maybe biased since it's my language. Image, for instance, meters are needed. Main icons are needed? Oh, that's not bad. Alright. Nice. Nice. What is this? Right. No, it's, oh, these two, the Sound VSS and Sound ZP. I need those. Because those are the, variables for the sound engine. And I will need some music data stuff. You know, let me... Alright. For now, I'm going to put the music data at the end of everything else. It will, I believe, go in... I think it will go into its own bank eventually. ASM. Yeah. Yeah, so then that would mean that during running the sound frame, getting the values for the next frame, it would switch banks to whatever one that needed to switch to, load up the buffers, and then switch back to wherever it was. Yeah, so I'd need to keep track of the banks if I don't already. I don't remember if I do or not. Okay, let's see what conflicts and what I'm missing and all that. If I can spell make. Cannot open include file music data ASM. No file. Oh, because it's underscore, not dash, isn't it? Correct. It is underscore, not dash. Like that. Try again. Whoo boy! Oh, I didn't include. I didn't include the two files I need to include. No. Where is? Goodness gracious. Dot. Include sound zp.asm. Copy that. Right here to the bottom of this one, wherever. There it is. And this one is going to be bss.asm. And there's no other conflicts. Really? That's surprising. Okay. What are the commands or the options for for the linker to drop out the sizes for everything, the sizes for the binary. Here somewhere. Define symbols, special library devices, the search address is like post mode, no. Multiple definitions, no. Config search path, link config file, generate debug info, force an import of symbol, help, link this library, specify path, create a map file. That's what it is. I think. Programming Cheats, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Also saw great talk about the technical aspects of the latest Spider-Man game, and wow, they had 3.3 terabyte of assets. Whew! 154 meg of code. That's a lot of code. This is much better. Easy to tell your buddy he has been using a depreciated language. You're fine on this. This has use. Who's that? Garrett with his C++? Yes. If you're not joking, I don't think C++ is depreciated, but yeah. This one, yes. Okay, so it's map file. $sign the things name dot map. Oh wait, no, that. Ah, shoot! Make clean destroys everything. Okay. Well, means I gotta build a lot of crap. All right. Okay, good. So nice to have English interface. Unmanaged C++ should be depreciated. And manifests. Good luck writing an OS in managed code. Because doesn't that require a runtime environment? Okay, I don't have that on bare metal. It didn't. Wait. What? Oh, it just dumped it here. Alright. Let's go back over here. That needs to go into bin, please and thank you. Luan DaVinci, how you doing? Why is C++ when you can use C? I don't know, classes or something. To be fair, I don't use either one of them, so yeah, what am I doing? There we go. Map file. Alright. Zero page default. Oh, that's getting close. Alright, that's getting up there. More than half of the zero page is gone. I have plenty of BSS. Patterns are used. Excuse me. Save RAM is barely used. Well, that's not even accurate, actually, because I don't actually allocate that stuff properly. I mean, properly as in, like, the assembler doesn't know it's there. Yeah. Page 0, plenty of space left. Page 1, plenty of space left. Page 2, there's 2 bytes in it. Page 3 is getting up there. Page I think that's the common page, isn't it? It's still... There's still plenty of room in that, but... classes, namespaces, templates, auto keyword, a lot of things. Yeah, I can see that. Let's open this too, so I can actually visualize it. That's still, like, I still have half of the page to go. More than half the page. Add blockchain. Don't finish it. Oh. I still see. Well, I mean, just about any language still has a few issues, but yeah, you're gonna have to work around them. All right. Let's make sure that this still works. So if this just, like, if I was able to just drop it in and have it work without any issue whatsoever, I didn't even add in the frame stuff. Let me do that first. But if this just, like, works out of the box without me having to change anything, I'll be surprised, number one. Number two, that'll be a lot sooner than I thought I'd get done with it. Do frame pointer. Okay, wait, let's put 0. This. Okay. So over here is where we want the sound stuff to happen. Like calling the. Well, I need the sound init. That's one thing. I need to run frame like that. Where's the init? There it is. Holy crap! Slash Life! Thank you so much for gifting, what was it, 5? 10 subs. Goodness gracious. Thank you for that. Holy crap. Okay, I gotta put some name. I gotta add some names. Let's say 5. How you doing, Slash? Welcome. So many new subs. Yeah, Renally, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Which Slash? I mean, they are free. They are free to compete for that. Thank you, Jojo, for gifting Slash Life a tier 2 sub. I think that's for the second month in a row, or not in a row, but the second month, I think. Oh no! Sorry to hear that, Slash Life. What am I making? I am making a NES game. Let me actually, yeah, I can just open it up. I might have broken it, so we will learn together if it's broken or not. We can't show that on stream. That was something else I was working on. It's a NES game, but that's not a NES game I can show. I think I fixed it too. I was pretty excited about that. There we go. Okay. Video size 4x. There we go. So for anyone that's new, this is the game I'm making. It's almost done. It's a infinite runner game. So like, you know, you jump over things and try not to die. And the further you get, the higher your score is. And the whole map is auto-generated based on that level seed at the bottom there. It's actually kind of stabilizing me. Well, that's good to hear, I guess. I missed some chat. Thank you for being... Yeah, thank you for stopping by. I can't find it. Job hunting is like one of the worst things that I've had to go through. My job is literally my job literally is not getting people killed, but the crap I'm receiving part of my job is making what? Oh no! Catch the refrigerator. I'm still running after it. The original art scares me how awful it was. For what? What original art? Oh, the for this here. This here, the placeholder art. This right here was proof of concept stage, so I can make sure that what's it? What I had in mind would actually work. Yeah, and then towards the end of in October, I added the player sprite that stayed until like a month ago, I think, like last month. Yeah, last month. I like how you have the sound engine in there too, Jojo. That's just a green screen. But yeah, this has come a long way. Ah! Thank you, Jojo, for gifting 5 subs, 5 tier 1s. All right, I need to actually start writing these down. So, before I like lose track of these guys. That one. Goodness gracious. Free. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm thankful but I need to write down these names before like I forget. Alright, make sure I don't have these guys in here too. IRR LUX Erlux? Magical Girls Assembly? No, I don't think that's the name of it. It's no, Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan, I think. Nika G, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I'm not sure who got you that one. That one was JoJo. JoJo got you that sub, so make sure to thank him. For anyone unaware of what I'm doing here, why I'm writing names down, anyone that subs to me during this project gets put on a credits list. So let me actually open that up in my later. And that like gift or otherwise doesn't I don't care. As long as you have a sub during the project, I'll add you to the list. Open ROM. Okay, well that ain't gonna work. There. There we go. So this is the current list. I'm updating this one right now, so your guys' names aren't going to be on there yet, but getting closer to 100, need to break the bubble. 16. Yeah, already 16. Already 16. Are you in there? You are not. All right. Hold on. She. Tier 1. Beb owner? Interesting name, okay. And another thing I actually want to, I don't know, I guess start going over tonight would be, what I'm supposed to be, what I need to be working on next. Clonifier's already in here, right? Yeah, he's already in there. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do next, in terms of genre or game or whatever. Hi, John Micah. No worries. We can let us get to the fun manual writings. So the next project is... Oh, I see what you're saying. The next project is subpolar. I don't know, maybe? I mean, that won't be like a stream thing, I don't think. Okay, she's on there. I don't think I'll be doing that on stream. I can spell tier correctly. Make LA Riots the game. Well, like Streets of Rage kind of side-scrolling beat-em-up thing. I'm not sure if my skills are up there yet for that. I mean, the next NES project, right? The next NES project. Will Wheatley. That sounds familiar. Did I spell that right? No. Wheatley. Yeah. I don't know, I can't read. Apparently. But I mean, I have some ideas. Send me a copy of the game. I mean, this game will be so I can make pre-release cheats. With the cheat pages. Well, I could probably think of one or two. But yeah, thank you, JoJo. The code is up on GitHub. The ROM isn't yet. It will be soon, I guess. I might start doing like a weekly build, and posting that. Because it's getting close to being done. I don't know. I don't know about the Konami code. It's something that never really manifested. There were a few things that I did want to maybe get to for this project, but I never actually got there. No. Raphael Gaz? Raphael Gaz. How about, nah. Come on. Hey, it's Simon. Okay, there's no apostrophe in the name. Tier 1. I don't want it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Zip 84. There's no spaces in the names either. And I don't think that one is capital. Where's... There it goes. Oh, you're okay. So you're already on there, Slash. All right. Headed to work around 5 tomorrow. It's 5 p.m. when when you're supposed to be leaving. Is that what that's when you're gonna go in? Jumbo guy. Tier 1. 5 a.m. Oh. No thank you. Game dev fast programming all in C++ and GCC-S. Oh wait, yeah, GCC doesn't have a target for the 6502. that's what I'm writing. That's what all this over here is. This is all 6502 code. I'm manually writing the assembly. I'm manually optimizing, if you want to call it that. I can count cycles if you want, if I need to. So you, I mean, I wouldn't say C++ is too powerful of a language for the target hardware. It has features that cannot be easily implemented on the target platform. Is what I'm saying. So it's too new, honestly, for what I'm doing. To be fair, though, you can compile C to 6502 assembly with the compiler toolchain that I'm using. I'm just not doing it. I hope I'm spelling these right. Hopefully someone will like spell check these for me. UNXX, how you doing? Unks. I can program in C for the NES. I don't care to. Two reasons being, one, it's going to be a pain in the butt to debug. Well, that's not a real reason for it. I don't know C. I don't really know C. I don't want to learn a non-idiomatic version of it, an ugly version where I have to do weird non-C standard type things to get my software to work the way I want it to. Second being, I'm not writing games to write games. I'm writing games to learn how to reverse engineer other games. And it's just easier to read the assembly than it is to try to decompile it into C. Especially when many times these games were written in assembly in the first place. So, NES games. Remember, my coworker said today he doesn't see the benefit of using new tools if it doesn't help the code. But when I spent a day trying to get Visual 2003 to run, it didn't. I have used. Yeah, so there's like, no, you're not gonna jump through extra hoops to like run Borland C++ on your computer because there's no reason to upgrade. There is. Also found this project that used Visual Studio 6, released in '98. Oh! I was 1 year old, yeah. Unfortunately, I basically got the denial today for my presence in the July standardization meeting. Uh-oh. Yeah, like at your day job? That's unfortunate. So you've got no input, essentially, on some standards going forward. I jumped the extra loops and I jumped the hoops into the other program. So the other programmer, not that guy, didn't have to change his workout. Oh my goodness. Would have loved to participate. Yeah, that's something that's like, you know, I can't even like get any kind of input, or at least be there when they decide what the new standards are going to be. No. with inverse gravity, so you run on the ceiling. I mean, that might just be like a weekend thing. I don't know. If I will, at a time, we definitely need to watch the greatest one-off error in history. So this timestamp. Do me a favor and drop that in Discord. I'll watch it later. Upgrade to C17 standard in the newest C++ standard. To find out more, search C# 8.0 standard in the newest. Can I just draw in reverse? No. It's a few things that need to happen. I would need to invert the drawing, number one, so everything displays correctly. I would also need to invert the collision detection, as well as the meta tiles in memory. Because if you remember way back when I originally wrote, when I originally started writing this game, the collision in memory is just 4 meta tiles high. So this brick wall and the ground are still stored in memory. I would need to flip those over. I think I would need to flip those over. But I would certainly need to redo the collision detection to work in the opposite direction. Then I'd obviously need to change the height and whatnot. What about draw the bottom half on the top and on the top bottom? What do you call it today? I mean, Metal Storm. I remember the name. I think I don't remember what it was. Remind me, Bridgewater. I still have a few names to go. Nika G. Oops, I need to actually write the tier 1 on that. And CYNOKRON. That's not a K. Tier 1. Okay. Over here, make names. VVV might be a more contemporary example of that mechanic. Oh, alright. Platform would be flip gravity. Oh, okay, alright. I actually thought of trying to port VVVV. Or VVVVV to the NES. I don't know if I'd be able to, though, for a lot of it. On a technical level. Thank you for the file, appreciate it. That night, I haven't actually finished the game yet. I've gotten close to finishing it, I just haven't, like many other things. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and reset that, and hopefully, oops, okay. Hopefully all the names are on there. My favorite kind of program is JavaScript. JavaScript is garbage. I hate JavaScript. Reading Chinese comics. Yeah, they're the opposite reading direction, aren't they? They are actually left to right. Wait. No, that's Korean. Korean's left to right. Chinese is still right to left, right? Yeah. Be very well ported for the NES. Actually, it's port I'd love to make myself. I mean, there might be a few things I'd have to work around, but I do think it would be feasible. Actually, I do think it would be pretty feasible. Can you read this guy's text art on the category? The text art review? Because I can't tell if he's trolling. What? I was looking for something, wasn't I? I don't remember. Did this get to the end of it yet? I don't do web dev. Yeah, I only do web dev at my day job, and only if I have to. The main application we support at my day job is an internal thing that agents use to, like, enter and track shipments and bill shipments and all that kind of crap. I haven't actually touched it, really, in months. I've been working on, like, service-type stuff in the background, like, back-end service things, which is nice, because I don't have to deal with the god-awful VB.NET that drives those pages. Because those are an absolute mess, that I really don't like touching. Where is? There it is. Hey, buddy, how you doing? There's more of you. Really? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. There haven't even been any raids tonight. Net is best. VB.net is garbage. VB.net is trash, and I hate it. C#.net is a different story. VB.net is trash. Yeah. VB.net, I'm very specific on that one. VB.net is trash. C#.net is fine. I like working in C#.net. That's mainly what I'm working on in my day job, and that's fine. What isn't fine are my coworkers' coding standards, but that's a different story entirely. Decrement Pointer, is that what it is? Is that what? Welcome. How you doing? What language do you use most on a daily basis? C#, because I try to avoid VB like the plague. Poor VB.net, I'm not even a fan. Decryptor. Okay, I was wrong. Alright. Welcome, how you doing? Yeah, yes, but the way that VB.net is, compiled is god-awful. Because it takes things that should be compile time errors and turns them into runtime errors. And I hate that with a fiery burning passion. GX Evolved, how you doing? What's so bad about VB and great about C#? The fact that I can compare a Boolean value to the string true and have it evaluate as true or false is the worst idea in the world. The fact that the typing system just goes with it and doesn't complain until it hits an error of like, oh wait, no, I really can't actually make that a number. What was I thinking? Like to make a string a number, you just the integer variable equals the string of a number. That's all it is, and it will compile just fine. It won't complain until like you try to put in Bob and translate that to an integer. Then it'll be like, wait a minute, hold up, we weren't informed of this. You can't do that when you're running it, not when you compile it. And I hate it. That is one of my main gripes with the language, is crap like that. Java's the greatest language anyways. Where's love for F? I haven't done any F#, so I cannot judge it. I haven't tried it. One of these days, maybe. We'll see. You don't have to justify if you've done it to me. I'm a C# guy. I want to learn F#. Yeah, alright. But yeah, so like C# on the other hand, you can't just cast a string to a number and compile it. The compiler will yell at you, like, what are you trying to do? No, stop that. Along with Rust and Go. Listen here, you. I like Golang a lot. A lot. Thank you for the file. I appreciate that. Tried 4 times to learn it. It's a functional language, isn't it? So it works a little differently than traditional languages, the languages that I'm used to. You know? Villaman, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Where is... Let me get the bin, because I want to actually get this in here. HXD. In there. And where are all these names? There we go. Alright, they are in there. Good. F# is a F procedural language? What? Oh, you're contributing to the botnet using a language created by Google. Clown of Fire, how you doing? I'm doing alright. I can't complain too much. Mr. Kurt, how you doing? Welcome. F sharp is a completely different programming language paradigm, functional language. I don't think you get it until you get it. Yeah, that's what I figured. And it might take a little while for me to wrap my head around the semantics of it, the different structure that the language demands. Expansion of .NET into imperative language runtime libraries into a functional language. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, it's trying to make .NET conform to a functional language, and it may or may not work as well, I guess. I don't know. It's functional, yeah. I'm starting a software engineering course in September that teaches Java and Python. I'm more familiar with the likes of embedded C. Is there any advice you can give before I start? Java and Python. Good luck. If you know C, I don't think Java will be that difficult getting into. Python, on the other hand, might be a little bit of a bump if you haven't used it before, because things like spaces matter. Indentation is your scope. So if something is more indented than something else, it's a different scope. Python is a C derivative, yes, but there are some syntactical gotchas. Let's do functional object mutations. Yeah. Jumping small pills. What? From what I've seen, it's not octal where plus is used to add integers and plus dot is used to add floating point numbers. At least, yeah, I don't think it does that. There's a book of floating point around. There's using ideas using C# that might help understand how. Yeah, if you find the book, feel free to drop it in Discord. Arusus. I still don't know how to pronounce your name. How you doing? Welcome. I apologize for always botching your name. I feel that Go would be better at teaching functional languages. Maybe? I don't know. I have no experience really in functional languages aside from a C Lisp tutorial, which I don't remember if I finished or not. I certainly don't remember it, so I'd have to go back over it again. .NET can't do SML's module system, unfortunately, so you get a bunch of object-oriented features instead. I have not done very much work at all tonight, actually. I copy-pasted some things, which is saying, I don't know. Go's function aspects helps me get the function. Okay. Thank you, well, appreciate that. Inference to work onto printers. Nice. There's a question I actually need help with. Why does every employer want AWS when only... Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I got an email today and yesterday, like, urgent Python developers needed. By the way, you need to have 7+ years experience in Python and AWS experience and a buttload of other crap. I'm like, oh, I'm not even interested. You're not even going to tell me how much you're going to be paying me? I'm not even interested. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I'm in the same boat you are there. Specifically Lambda. I'm not sure how AWS implements it. I'm not sure it works. I'm not sure if they define it the same way I would define it. Since work is paying for, I'm gonna get 3. Nice, 3 certs. Wait, AWS cert. Not bad. Not bad. More work than some people do. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Remember a job posting that required 8 years of Swift experience and only been released for 3 years, right? That stuff is frustrating. A stateless server, basically. I mean, that's like basically a web server. You just attach a database to it to give it its state or whatever. But I mean, websites are inherently stateless. We just wrap it in JavaScript to make it to give it some state. GG Fallen Warrior, how you doing? Thrones final season is trash. Absolute trash. The only reason I'm getting 3 is because someone got 2 and I need to be the big man. I try to avoid it when I can. That doesn't always work though. I've actually written website stuff on stream here. Specifically the movie night stuff. I've written on stream. Alright, so that's all done. Well, I mean, I wrote a good chunk of it on stream. Well, I wrote most of what I wrote for it on stream. I phrased that carefully. Jojo. Currently stuck in a Catch-22 need experience for jobs, but also job for... Yes! That is the most frustrating thing that I have ever experienced. I know I've ranted about it before, but the school I went to, it was it's a tech school near where I am, and I went for the software course, and they had this big job fair that they hyped up a bunch. So I went to the job fair, right? Printed out resumes and wore a nice shirt and all that kind of crap, right? Every single employer there was looking for someone with X amount of experience with a thing in the field, and I'm like, you're at an undergrad school. Why are you here? Why are you wasting my time? Like, why did I bother coming today if you're not even going? If you're going to tell me I need experience in the field when I haven't finished my degree yet? Yeah, believe me, that was like almost 10 years ago, and I'm still salty about it. Still salty about it. I've never written a single web page, but I have several of the certs. True politician, right? Stateful web servers are an anti-pattern, so of course it's the usual thing done. Right? I always highly recommend people get involved in open source. That'll help get you experience. That is very true. Yeah. That is a good recommendation. Is getting involved in open source, because there's a lot of projects out there. So there is one that will have something for your expertise level, no matter what that level is, either a complete beginner or master or whatever. It's a whole spectrum of skill levels. Experience. What's that level applicant? Nice. BNWL, how you doing? Is that supposed to be pronounceable? I'm not sure. Bunbull. Breaking the game was really difficult for me. Once you get your foot in the door, everything's... Yes, getting your foot in the door is the most important part, and it's knowing people. Unfortunately, it's more of like socially knowing somebody in the field and getting that job because you knew somebody. Yeah, having code the show goes along. That does help too. That also helps. Yeah. Probably have my jobs as a result of being involved in open source. Really nice. My job requirements are, we need 30 years of experience at the age of 21. Yeah, there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. It's slightly exaggerated, but not by much. Not by much. Oh, there's the frame. I did put all of that in there. Does that mean this... Oh, it didn't actually break. That's surprising. Giving something away for free? That's communism. You're not a dirty commie, are you? Or is that just charity? What? Learning equals Google YouTube. Yeah. Nordic Panda, how you doing? Long time no see. It's only 2 months. It's been something about like that. How you been? How you been? Welcome back. Welcome back. The first time I got through an internship provided by my school. Second job, my current, was my old boss wanting to hire me. There you go. See, it's connections. It's all connections is what it is. Yeah. Oh, so there's something else I did actually want to do, and it is going to be a little bit ago. The one thing I removed from my title. Generate credits. Not the exe. I don't want to modify the executable like directly. Darn it. I always love shooting child listeners requiring experience in a language that hasn't existed long enough for one to meet the requirement. Yeah, I've heard stories of that. I don't know how true they are, but I've heard stories about that. Said specifically for game development, hardest industry to get into. I could see that. Yeah, I had a friend that went through the game dev track at my school, not happy with it at all, and it was just a mess of a curriculum. An absolute mess. The whole X years experience, but Y years might be good. Good sign that this place didn't want to work. Yeah, right. I prefer procedural over anything else myself. There's nothing wrong with functional languages. Kind of like Haskell. I kind of like Haskell with recursion and empty lists and all that good, all that goodies, all the goodies. The title. Oh, good. I don't know yet. I honestly don't know yet. I might base it off of one of those suggestions. For anyone curious, what JoJo's talking about, I have a poll for naming this game that I'm making. I'm not sure if I like any of the top entries so far, but I mean, you're welcome to vote on it there. Once I got so close, it would have been awesome. What was for Star Citizen? Star Citizen. Well, you got into the game industry specifically for Star Citizen? Well, what's what about my game? The thing I'm working on? What was that? I'll show you. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Give me like 2 seconds here. Okay. Copy that. Turn that off. Get that out of the way. Where's my adapter? There are only 2 difficult things in programming. 1, naming things. 2, cache validations. 3, off by 1 errors. Yeah, I've had my share of those. That's for sure. Why is it open over there? I don't want it open over there. There, paste it. Yes, replace, please. Thank you. Get close to a job at Foundry 42. All right. Is that the company that makes that? I am terrible with names. I'm sorry. Company names and all that. All right. This button. Yes. There it goes. All right. Okay. Let me move this over here so I can still see chat. There we go. So this is the game I've been working on for a while, since like October. And this is real hardware, by the way. That's what I was doing. I was dropping my ROM on my ROM cart. So this is my game running on real hardware. There it goes. And it's just an infant runner game. So if you ever like had or not had internet and opened up Google Chrome and gotten that T-Rex game, that's basically what this is. But on the NES and with some fire and not a T-Rex. But yes, I've been working on this since like October, give or take. Well, no, not give or take, but it's since the beginning of October. And I've written it entirely by hand in 6502 assembly. So, and 90-ish% of it on stream. Just watch the news about that game. That's all I'm going to say. What is it? Star Citizen? The one that's like never coming out or whatever. Not too hard problems in distributed systems. 2, exactly once delivery. 1, guaranteed order of messages. 2, exactly once delivery. Don't recommend the game industry to anybody, but it's a place I was satisfied to work in. Depends on what kind of things you are okay with. Yeah, exactly. It all depends on what you're doing, where you are, and what you're comfortable with, really. But so yeah, this is the game I'm working on. This is the game I'm working on. It keeps track of high scores for you, and the seed as well, so you can go back and try and like beat your previous score at that seed. Enter in another seed here, or just take like a random one. And then there's this credit list. I think I said it already today, but this credit list, I'm listing anybody that has subbed to me during this project. That's gift sub or otherwise. All the white names are tier 1 subs. The purple flashy names, you'll see one here in a second, I think, are tier 2 subs. There's one, tier 2. And the rainbow flashing names are tier 3 subs, like that one right there. And I don't clear this until the next major project, which is coming soon, I think. It'll be soon. But you know, let me go back to that right there. But yes, that's what I've been working for a while. Gonna however, getting 4 hours of sleep does not help stream at 7:30. Yeah. Yeah, you get some sleep, JoJo. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you again for those gift subs. I really do appreciate those. You have a good night. The Bite Man, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. How's your night going? Also, different cities are dramatically different cultures, expectations, written requirements. Absolutely. First step, you kind of have to take what you can get, but don't cover your eyes. Yeah. It's a bit all over the place. After 2 days of non-stop painting, I'm finished. Nice. Shelves and walls are done now. Not bad. Alright, so I want to modify my credits generation stuff to, well, first, wait, hang on, before that, I need to commit some other things. Hang on, let me commit those things first before I forget. I already got it open. That one, and that one, and that one. What do you, oh, line endings. Yeah, I know about the line endings. That one, and that one, and that one. Okay, add a sound engine. There we go. I had a job for a while, took the job just because it was a job, got tired of it quickly, now I hate CRM for the rest of my life. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, push that up. Push. What was this? Oh, I don't, that's, I'm gonna remove that, actually. Okay. And then I'm going to, FMT, no, go format W dot. Over here, 2 files. Alright. Format the go code. Alright, so now I can go and edit these guys. So specifically what I want to do is I want to add one and then eventually I think a second name hard-coded in here to this list specifically for the guy that I don't have it open. The guy that drew the character model. There it is. The guy that drew the character model for me, that flaming garbage can for me, and that dump truck, the truck for me. Now that I think about it, I do want to change the text on the truck because you can't really see what it says. But yeah, he donated some of his time for that, and I do want to acknowledge that in the credits. So I want to add him in here, like a special thanks kind of thing. And if I'm honest, if I spend 3 years of my 21 years studying specifically for game dev, I'd love a job in the industry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be an interesting industry to be in, the game dev industry. It was a great school. The only thing they were bad at was administration. Sounds about right, yeah. Yeah. Alright, blank row before header, top half of header, bottom half of header, bottom padding for attribute. Oh, footer chunks. Huh? Nope. Okay, we want this generic chunk. Yank that. Paste all those. Oops. Well, what does it say? I'm Z? What? Where? Where does it say that? The game industry is fun, always learning and creating. Yeah. What hardware do you need to load the game binary on the NES? So I use a ROM cart. I just realized that I put it in a different shell. So give me a second. So this is what I'm using. It's an EverDrive by Crick ZZ. So essentially, you put an SD card in the thing. Again, this is a different game in there. I put it in a Barbie shell because of reasons. But you put an SD card with a little bit of firmware and the ROM just in the cartridge, like that. And then, oh, come on, there. I turn it on, and it will give me this screen. So this is the ROM cart interface here. So this menu is part of the ROM cart ROM, and I just select the one I want to run, and it goes and does it. And there we have it. So that's one way to get it on the NES. Another way is to program actual cartridges. Dedicated cartridges. I don't have any of them in here. I do have two actually. Two carts that I bought. Well, kind of. I backed on Kickstarter. That were burned with one of these guys. It's a dumper programmer thing that burns or programs cartridges. So this is another way to do it. I might do some of that as well. I don't know yet. We'll see. See if I ever get around to it. It had to be great. It had to be a good school. There was a Canadian in my class. Wait, what? There was a Canadian in my class. Well, there also quite some foreigners. Okay, yeah, all right. The text on the truck. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Let's open it up and have a look at it. Let me actually open up the program for it. Sprite. And then, where is it? This one. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that says, but that's a guy with a thumbs up, and I guess that's supposed to look like Japanese, but I might make it actual Japanese. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough pixels for that though. Someone who was in my class also worked on some of the latest Marvel movies. Really? I think she deserved it. I've been in a game dev industry longer than the average Twitter viewer has been alive. Twitch viewer has been alive. It's been shared a lot over the past couple of decades. I've never been bored, but I've rarely felt secure or relaxed. I could most certainly see that. Absolutely, yeah. I did both game dev, programming, and VFX major at the same time. Wow. Which one thing for me? I am terrible at art too. In fact, this right here was my was the player model, the player character sprite for months until Miha came along and is like, Miha came along and drew the other one for me. Let's get this guy right here. So he drew this for me, as I guess practice for some pixel art stuff. Yeah. Anyway, supersized what you were talking about and streaming here. No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Sprite sheets, yes. Well, this is not exactly a sprite sheet. It's more of a pattern table. It's a slight difference, but it's an important difference, I think. 3D modeler learning rigging and animation. Nice. I have a very limited experience in 3D modeling. Very limited. But I find it all fascinating. What is the homework and major project? Practice current is my main project is a programming language. I love Java's graphic programmer. Just love it, the optimizing of it. Yeah. IMZ. What about IMZ? Could be the text on the texture with a good image. Oh, okay. I don't know if it'll fit actually. I don't think I have enough pixels for that cloud of fire. What do you? I'm not sure what you are talking about, Slash Life. I guess nothing. Sure. I 3D modeling, but only do it for 3D printing. I haven't done any of that yet either. I have a friend that has a 3D printer that I think works. I'm not sure if it does or not. But right. So a special thanks thing. So I don't need the clear row. Do I want dedicated CHR data for this? I think I might, because I have plenty of room for it. I think. Pretty sure I do. Yeah, I have plenty of room for it. Look at that. Look at all this room I have for it. Yeah. I have to say I don't know why, but for some reason I really like optimizing things in the low level of code, including that what API the Vulkan and DX2 bring you. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun working with a low level of the NES Assembly, like a lot of fun. And I think there's a good chance that I won't stop at the NES. There's a good chance that I will write code for other retro systems, like possibly the Commodore 64, or the SNES maybe, or even the TRS-80, which my friend has a physical physical working machine, and all it has is the system and a barely working tape drive, half working tape drive. So it's got Microsoft Basic loaded in the ROM and nothing else. And I think I want to challenge myself to write an OS or write some sort of working operating system on that, or get a program written in assembly on that without using anything extra. I think that's a challenge I want to do. Poking things, yeah. Yeah. I already planned a unit test and benching suite in my language, just to test and optimize the standard library. Well, other things too. Nice. Yeah. One thing I like about Go too that I actually haven't really taken full advantage of yet is the testing in the in the standard library. So there's an entire namespace just for testing things, and it works really well actually. I don't actually need a view of that right now. I don't need the timeline. I don't need a copy. I just need to burp. All right. Or you know what? No. What do I actually want to say for this? Not sure yet. References to debugging language. I did some debugging in undergrad. Really? I've actually never used D. Is it any good? Storyboard Languages was working on a game on my game engine, but got a bit annoyed by some older C++ features, especially the build system. I decided to make my own language. Not just try, but complete it. Even have my own IL and IR. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's a little further than I've gone so far. Although I do have a book on writing an interpreter, and then another book on writing a compiler. Both using Go, by the way. That I haven't finished yet. I've only gotten through part of the first book. But I don't think it'll honestly go anywhere. They have not one, but two standard libs. How does that work? How do you have two standard libs? I guess there's name collisions there too. Like, is that a thing? Let's see. So Miha did 3 different assets. Do I want to say some sprite work by, or just like special thanks to? No. Because I don't think I can, without making some heavy changes, actually put the sprites in the credits. Because they all use a different palette. I think they all use a different palette anyway. Yes, they do all use a different palette. So I'd have to have them all in different lines if I wanted to actually put them all on there. They implemented it twice and then argue which is the default for some or something. What? D ecosystem. One standard lib developed by the language devs, and another for a group of D users. So the users didn't like the standard libs, so they wrote their own. That's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty good. For a long time, the unofficial standard D lib was the better one. Not sure how it is now. Well, that's probably why they were driven to write the unofficial standard lib, because the official one was I guess not up to snuff. All right, that'd motivate me. That's for sure. All right, so player garbage can, and so do I want to list out this? I think I want to list out the sprites that I did. So SP on that, you can't really see much of that. New player garbage can and truck sprites by I don't think that's how you spell his name. Subscriber list. Oh, it is. Okay. I spelled it right. Look at that. For how long have you been streaming here on Twitch? Little less than a year. So June-ish? No, July or August. July or August, somewhere in there, of last year. Sorry. 1 year they had a decon in my university. My first one was like, oh really? Nice. My school didn't have anything even remotely like that. Okay, 108 no. 41 characters is too wide. So let's wrap that in half. Or like that. Player garbage can and truck sprites by. Yeah. That is 20. Okay, that actually works, I think. This guy is... no. 13. Of course, it's an odd number. Currently building some of the harder but important features of my language, templates, arrays, and nullable types will be templates. Using for arrays, it allows extensions, since they don't allow methods on non-defined types like pointers, etc. And there are special wrappers. Alright. Yes, I'm actually going to have these kerned as well. It's going to look a little bit different than the rest of the text, but I think I'm alright with that. Do I actually have a comma? I do. Good. Alright. P L. A. Y. Oh, that one actually. Yeah, to keep it at least uniform. I did start to do or start to write a program that will kern this for me, but I never actually finished it because I don't know, I got distracted. Oops. Player. What do I want? Like 6, I think. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 in. Or no, you know what? No, we're gonna do 4. Spaces of 4. That works. No, player, comma. I wonder if you're digging through the Dragon Book or other online resources. Direct compiling will be much simpler for undergrad. Oh, really? I want to get some more dev work done before I sleep. I have to sign off, so good night. Alright, Cloud of Fire, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate that. Appreciate you stopping by. What? Why did... There it goes. Player... No, the capital G, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, so by 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. That's better. G, A. Whoop, I need to move that up a bit. Or... I'm not streaming it yet either. You're planning on streaming it eventually? Let's be garb. A G E. Whoop! I did it again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, over by 1. I'm going to take my old compiler, VM, and assembler, and create a UI they can use. What is going on and debug through stuff for purely amusement reasons. Nice. I've thought about doing that for an interpreter an interpreter I have as well. I never got around to it because it's more complicated than the interpreter itself, I think. I'm also not sure how streaming will work out since I'm using an ultra wide. I think I actually know someone that well, you know, I don't think that. Well, they might use an ultra wide. Their setup's a little weird though. You can't really read very much on their screen. Don't really like my ultra wide. I ended up buying a 43-inch 4K TV. Not great, but pretty good. I used to use a TV for my monitor, but then I stopped doing that. It's too big. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. That and the latency wasn't great at all. at all. And I think other file appreciate that. Garbage can. Okay, that's one line, right? Did I have that as one line? Yes. And truck. That's right, spy. And one, two, three, four, five, six. There. T's gonna be one closer, I think, because of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. T R U C and the K. One, two, three, four, five, six. T E S. Nope. B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's the guy. QC Halcyon. QC, yeah, that guy. That's the guy. I started to stream, work on my open source stuff. Only done it once though. Yeah, honestly, the fact that I stream my work here is the main reason I've gotten this far with it, and that I haven't given up with it yet. Not gonna lie at all. If I weren't streaming this, I would have stopped months ago, I think. H. Yeah, it's a great motivator when you have people watching you. I actually need to open up his name on the other monitor over here so I know if I spelled it right. Oops. And I think for my next project, I do want to use CHRRAM. I think I did a little meme project a little while ago that they used it, and I think I really like it. I'm watching you. Oh no. I got a lot more done on my open source stuff because of the stream. Forced me to focus. Right. Yeah. It's a lot of like, alright, so I need something to do tonight, or I'm gonna look like a fool. Spoilers, I already accidentally did most of what I wanted to do tonight. So and that was like an hour ago that I finished that. Oops. Oops, I need an E in there. So yeah, I'm not really taking my time, but yeah. I do need to start doing more homework off of off stream to, you know, actually have something to do on stream. So I don't, you know, make a fool of myself. It's a great motivator. It really is. I spelt it wrong. I missed an M. Oop. If I can actually move things properly, that'd be nice. Why does it do that to me? There it goes. And this guy needs to be down one like that. There we go. I'm telling me. Barry Slushy, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Exactly. Also explaining what you're doing helps. Absolutely. Yeah, the rubber duck programming method, the rubber twitch programming method. I don't know if this place to ask, but does anyone work or has worked at Micro Center? I recently applied and have an interview next week. I have knowledge in computers, but I was wondering what else I have to know. I have not worked at Micro Center. I have bought stuff from there, though. Good luck, number one. I'm not sure if I can help you more than that. Yeah. Just prove what you want to, just prove you know about generic hardware and what people might want. It's more of a sales position than tech support. Right. How you doing, by the way, Krug? Welcome. Yeah. And I think I can also do like a music buy as well, because I am gonna, I think, put him in the credits here as well. I need to know what I need to like finalize all that stuff, so I'm not gonna name drop him or anything. I'll call him Bob for now. Come on. U.S. Oops. Come on. I see music by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs to come in 2. Again. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we're good. Don't misplace the pixel now. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, I took an IT class in high school, which is where my knowledge comes from, but I have never actually built a PC before. Well, I mean, you might get experience with that. It all depends, I think, on your position that you're being interviewed for. Music by. Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna call this guy Bob for now. Bob. Oh shoot. Okay. B. O. B. And I accidentally stole the S instead of copying the S, so I need to go back up there. The Bob. PC building is super easy, honestly. Just put things in the right place where they're supposed to be, and they typically won't fit any other way. Expensive Legos, really. You're not really wrong, yeah. There are a few nerve-wracking parts of building a machine, though. Mainly putting the CPU in, because that's one where you actually kind of have to use a little bit of force to get the clip down. But aside from that, yeah, if it don't fit, don't go there. You should not take after Linus and get out your Dremel for building a PC. That's a fantastic video if you haven't seen it, by the way. Or 3 videos. It's an older video by Linus Tech Tips, where he goes to build a PF Sense server. He doesn't use much logic in this one. He bought a bunch of parts and didn't make sure that they like fit together. So yeah, at one point he puts the CPU on the board, right? And then goes to put the bracket on the bottom for the cooler, the CPU cooler, and he clicked. Oh no, there's chips in the way. This isn't gonna fit. This is the wrong bracket. What are we gonna do? I know. Get my Dremel. Excuse me? What do you mean Dremel? You should not have to have a Dremel for building a PC. That should not be required tools. So he grinds off a bunch of the bracket, makes it fit. Turns it on, and then nothing happens. Turns it over, finds out he shorted a chip because he didn't grind it enough. So he grabs the Dremel again and starts grinding more battle off the bracket. I think he went to like 2 or 3 boards. Fantastic videos to watch, by the way. Right now I'm making a theoretical list of parts I would get if I were to build a PC IRL. Do you know of PC Part Picker? It's a fantastic website. PC Part Picker. I don't know. This is what I use to build just about anything. Oh look, I even had the last system I was throwing together for kicks. The $5,000 system I built for kicks. This is a little while ago that I did this together, I think. But fantastic site, to help you out with that. Oh crap! Now my eye itches. $5,020 actually. Okay, now I gotta. You made me put a fingerprint on my glasses. Thanks, Vital. Appreciate that. I still think I got some in my eye as well. I'm blinking away for the next 20 minutes. God, these glasses are... sometimes I really hate glasses, you know? Yeah. Because they get dirty. Oh dear. That just made it worse. PC Part Picker may be a fantastic site, but it wouldn't help me know the price. Yeah. Since Belgium is expensive for things like that, as an example, a laptop cost me 1,600 euros. In the US, that's only $1,000. Yeah, I can see that. Does it only? Are the prices only USD on that site? I honestly haven't checked because I mean, I use USD, so. Oh well, it's got like. I can select Belgium from the top. And it changes everything to euros. This would only be 3,500 euros. Seems a little cheaper. Well, okay, that's probably why. No prices available for the motherboard and the memory. Well, on Europe is cheaper than here. No. Well, the number might be lower, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the same value. What site they referred to? You can filter that out. I think in that one it was mostly Amazon for the sources. Music by Bob. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and save that, and I can really just put this in like just fine, I think. So we're not gonna worry about the padding yet. Oh, it's up on the other screen. Okay. Generate credits. Don't edit the freaking exe file. It always does that. And this file is still a mess because I have all kinds of code in here that's just like commented out, and I don't remember what else did. I should probably like take all this stuff out, but I'll leave it there for now. Amazon/Newegg. They do use more than just those sites though. All right. Generic data. Oh, more like the no padding. Increment byte starting at. Wait, what is new generic data length? The length of it. Got it. So that's gonna be like 16. 16. Starting at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Starting at 0A. a 0. Yeah. And more. This padding is to the end of the screen, so this one's fine. This will be what, 16? This is 16 actually. We're not doing the clear row. Instead, I could have just CR op ink byte. This is going to be another 16 long, I think, right? Yes, another 16 long, starting at, well, byte 0x B0. Quick question, what's the difference between an Intel CPU and an AMD CPU? Quick answer, manufacturer. Pretty much. Yeah. The hardware itself, form factor, is different. Pinouts are different. The architecture is more or less the same. There are differences, but not any that the common consumer would actually care about or need to worry about. They do need to worry about the socket types, though. So an Intel chip CPU will not fit into an AMD socket. Hold on, between the CPU caps. Yeah, right. Not really, but yeah, it's more. AMD is more budget friendly in general. Someone with more time could answer better at. Yeah, I've admittedly been out of the hardware end of things for a little while, so I'm not really sure what like the current gen AMD anything is, honestly. To give you an idea about Belgian prices, i9 99. 565 to 600 euros. Belgian say 6. Whoa. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. That sucks. You know, one of these another pad. Wait a minute. These chunks need to be 2 rows. These can only be 2 rows long. What was that? Fire Splash TV! Thank you for that raid. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Give me a second here. Hello! Fire Splash, how you doing? Toyux, how you doing? RH2095, hello. Hello. What are you working on tonight? So we're developing our own stream game fantasy fight live. Okay, nice. I'm working on some mostly housekeeping stuff for my NES game. If I can find, there it is. For this game right here. So I've been working on this game since like October. I've been writing it entirely in 6502 assembly, mostly on stream as well. It's an infinite runner. The longer you stay alive, the more points you get. I'm terrible at my own game. But yeah, it's all randomly generated based on that seed at the bottom there. And yes, this does work on real hardware as well. I'm terrible at my own game though. But yeah, so right now I'm working on some code for the credits themselves. Giving a special thanks to some guys, to a guy that helped me with some sprites, like the player sprite right there, and some of the other ones, like that garbage can and that truck. So a bit hyped as the companion Twitch extension for a game just got approved. Oh, during stream it got approved. Nice. Well, congratulations. The game itself is not even completely done. Well, I mean, is anything ever completely done? I don't know. I'd argue not. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Glad you could be here. But But yeah, like I said, I'm doing some housekeeping stuff, with some helper programs. First row. Yank that. Pop that over there. But essentially, what this program right here does is it generates assembly for me, so I don't have to do it myself. Let me open up that file that it generates. So the input file for this is a CSV file of a bunch of names, the people that have subbed to me during this project, and things like blank lines and the header and all that stuff. For instance, for my name up top there. There it goes. For my name up top there, and there's a little bit at the bottom that's thank you kind of thing. So I'm modifying that code to spit out some more stuff up top before all the names, as a special thanks to someone that helped me with some sprites. For taking my folks. Unfortunately, I need to rush now. It's 2 a.m. here. I need to get up at 7. So have a nice day and good luck with your Friday. Well, thank you. You have a good night, and I thank you again for the raid. Really appreciate it. Get some sleep, man. Get some sleep. Sleep tight. All right. This is second line for this. Well, second chunk. Here's 3 of him. Here's 2 of him. Oh, stop me. How you doing, Nordic Panda? Welcome. Not sure I said hi to you yet tonight. Okay, so this one's gonna start at... What row is it starting at? The next row. So it's C. Or C0. And that's only going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tiles. And then, because I can't math in my head, and I don't even have my calculator open. 21 tiles. It's the padding. And then I need a clear row. No, I don't, because it's still 2 rows. No, wait. Yes, I do, because like that. Okay, let's see how this breaks things. This will probably break a few things. Let's see how it does it. Make names. It's only 6 p.m. here. Time to start working on my own projects. Lower prices of the piece of park refinery are lower than expected. Is that a good thing? I'm hoping that's a good thing. All right, so it put the chunks in. Let's see if it actually did anything good. This freaking keybind. I need to yell at Tower for this. Hey, Tower, I can stop doing this. I'm resetting the keybind every freaking time. Okay, good. It's not centered because I knew I didn't center it. I think I want to have some more space in between them, in between them, though. Is .go the programming language Go? Yes, it is. How you doing, Chocoho? Chocoho? How you doing? And Pyrolagus. Lagus. Am I saying that right? I don't think I am. How you doing? Welcome. Those precious are actually real. Oh, they are real. Okay, cool. Why did I choose Go? I've come to really enjoy Golang. No, it's a tool I wrote myself. It's something I wrote myself. But I really enjoy the language. I learned it a few years back, and yeah, it's more or less my go-to language for a lot of things now. Unless I have to use something like C# or whatever, Go is usually my go-to language. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Good. Sounds a lot like Joke. Oh, Joko. Like that? Even worse than I left. Okay, so So in order to give these some more room, I need to make them take up more tiles. So in other words, I need to, like, grab these guys, move them down by one. Grab... Nope, whoop. Okay. Grab these guys, move them down by one. And now, I'm going to be writing 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines. So... yeah, this guy actually needs to write these guys here. The full 16 tiles now. So it's not 11 anymore, that's back up to 16. This is going to be 16 again. This guy is only going to be... this is going to be the 11 and 21. Like that. That's what I did. That was one direction of the go to line. Ah, okay. Alright. And let's watch as it wall breaks. Oh, I didn't actually change anything, did I? I didn't. I copy-pasted. And I forgot to change the start. D. Let's try that again, yeah? Yeah. I still don't think it will work, right? But whatever. Oh, I didn't save this. That's why it didn't do anything. Or it didn't look right. Okay, that makes more sense. Saving helps. Yes, this is an Necrodancer. Yeah, I'm using a service called Pretzel to serve the music for me, but yeah, great game, by the way. Fantastic game. Okay, that's a little bit. That's a little bit better. That's a bit more readable, I think. But you know what? I might as well give it a little bit more room if I'm going to be using up all that space anyway. So I'm using this extra tile row now, so I might as well just space that out a little bit better so I can read it. Might as well. Of course, that'll screw up the music by portion. So that's fun. Right? Yeah, that'll screw that up a little bit. I mean, I could split it up and have like the music. What? No. It's not that. By putting like the music by. I did it again. No. That button. Music by. There we go. Way up here. Like that. And then I can have the bob. Down here like that. So 1, 2, 3. That's 3. This is 1, 2, and then third there. Okay. Yeah. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's bump these over by 1, 2. Might do by 2 for now, I guess. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I already said 11. We're gonna make this guy take up 12, but just barely. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can center it on the screen. And that means I'm going to come back over here. Whatever. Add one to this. 12. And subtract one from that. Did I save? I don't think I saved this. Didn't. There we go. Now I need to actually center them on the screen. Okay. So like 10 in, I guess, for that one. And what's the length of the other one? What did I say it was? 16. So 8 in. This will stay at 16. This will go back to 8. And this guy is going to be, what, 10 in? Oops. Ten in. 16. Wait. That's wrong. I know it's wrong, but I'm gonna see how wrong it is here. No, I don't need that really open. Oh boy, look how wrong that is. Alright, okay. I have to actually center this. On this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, one more up. Like that. And, so I don't have to write 16. Yes, well, I'll just write 16 twice. I'll just do 16, screw it. Screw it! Because I need to write it for the top ones, and I might as well just do it for the bottom ones as well. Because I'm not going to be using those two tiles or those two tiles for anything. And these two tiles and these two tiles are already taken up by, like, one row of pixels. So, whatever. Whatever. This works. This works. It'll work. It's ugly, but it'll work. 16. 16. Or not. No, this is 8, isn't it? Yeah, 8. And then that one's 16. That one's 16. And then this is 8. It doesn't really feel center, but I'm pretty sure it is. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is center. It just doesn't feel center. That'll work though. Oh. And do I have... I've got so many palettes that I can work with. So many palettes to work with. Let's just give it the 4th palette there. That file. Attribute, generic, that's going to be FF. And let's see what that looks like. It should be blue, right? Well, yes, but no. Let's actually go back into that. Is that because it's not like aligned to oh goodness, yeah. Breaks everything. Breaks everything. Just make it noise PC and PC Power Picker. Well, I had combined in Excel and add the additional 1 terabyte SSD. It's still cheaper. Wow. Yeah, load that file, whatever. I mean, I thought like I masked off the attribute stuff. Did I not? Was this attribute stuff broken all the time? It might have been. It might have been, actually. The attribute stuff might have been just completely broken always. Let's take off part of it and see what happens. Come on, start. Actually, that could work just fine, I guess. I mean, whatever. What's the... Oh, file. Grab that. Oh, yeah, well, I don't need to grab it. I just need to 0F, like that. Yeah, move the file. Over here. Lowest prices on 3 different sites. Yeah, that's all. Okay, so now that this is using a different palette, I'm going to change part of that to use a different color. Over here, and we're going to make it use this color over here. Bloop, and bam. Oops. Oh. Select this stuff. Edit. Replace color. Index that one with index that one. Save. Special thanks too. So there's only 2 people that I'll have like a special thanks to. And I have enough space for both of them in the CHR. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use the CHR for it. Edit. Place color. That one with that one. I'm gonna save on that. And then I just need to make it again. Yeah, I can change the palette too if I needed. Which I still might, but... Yeah. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, I'll let him die. Hey, Trixon, how you doing, by the way? I don't think I said hi to you yet tonight. And let's put Bob in there as well. Bob. Yeah, we're gonna have a... well, these guys... This project should be a Habbo Hotel clone assembly. I don't think I've ever played that. Doing amazing. That's good to hear. Got caught in the rain and decided to enjoy the moment and smile like a nut to passerbys. Nice. Yeah, that is a satisfying thing when you can do that and not have to worry about it. If you want, you can drop a link in Discord. I'll have a look at it after stream. Discord's over there if you're not in there already. Okay, so this one, Special Things Music, this is going to start... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just say 6. I'll just say 6. So that's going to be 13 in, I guess. 13. This is going to be 7 long, starting at byte 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. And then another lot of whatever. So we're just gonna do 13 to get to the end of the row. Then the second row. I mean, yeah, whatever. We'll just do this. D E, I think, is the last. Origin of the Pool's closed meme. Oh, that game. Yeah, E. Okay. E0 for 3. 3. You know what? I'm gonna move this up by 1. Might not look the best, but whatever. And then this is just going to be 19? No, not 19. 29. This is going to be F0 like that. Yeah, and I'm sure, now that I'm, like, breaking things, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna break some things with this. So I'm gonna grab this guy, put it there, grab it again, put it there, and there. So that's some extra blank lines in between things. Oh boy. Generic code chunk length error greater than 64. Whoop. File. So that's this guy here. I was off by 1. I was off by 1. Let's see what it looks like. Well, I mean, you know. Bobbit centered. Bobbit centered at all. So I need to pad that a little bit more. All right. How much more do I need to pad that? Come on. So I need that like way over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 13. I need to add 13 to the padding on that. Not that one. This one. I can't math tonight. 26. That's not what I want to do. Make names like that. One more, I think. Load file. There we go. That's better, I think. I mean, the colors are screwy, because apparently I don't understand my own color format. Oh, the colors are screwy because I didn't change the color of this one right here. That's why. That's why it's screwy. Yeah, we're gonna swap those around a little bit. We're going to instead. What do I have to do to be Blinky? Have a higher tier. So the white names are tier 1, the purple Blinky names are tier 2, and the rainbow names are tier 3 subs. So this is going to be a replace color. That one, right? Yes, let's go. And then over here, I'm going to replace color. Edit, replace color. This guy with... Okay. Save that. Over here. Just make again. Do that. There we go. Do I use that purple anywhere? I'm not sure I do. So I might actually change it. Oops. To be a slightly darker shade of purple. 23 instead of 33. Yeah. Yellow file. I can remember a GBA game with C. That was hard enough. Fun though. Maybe when I'm older I'll do it more. Game Boy Advance game in C. There's a non-zero chance that I will write something for the Game Boy. That'll be probably an assembly, but that's Z80 well, Z80 syntax, but like it's a bastardized 8080. Program for 3 years of 20. Not bad. Not bad. Welcome, by the way, Karamasu. Karamasu? Am I saying that right? I don't know. Well, the older I get, the more I'm drawn towards my childhood games. Yeah, right? Like, I only recently started, very recently started programming for the NES. I understand like 40% of what you said, but one day. Oh no. Where's my emulator? Not that one. Where's my emulator? I didn't close it, because it's right there. Oh, because this stupid window's open, so it doesn't show up the other, I hate that. That's better. Alright, that's a bit more readable, I think, now. Yeah. All right. I'll just unpause that. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and add that to Git. Add that one, and that one, and add that one. Add 2 special sections to the credits. Credits art for the pixel art he did for me, as well as Bob. Placeholder name for the music. Let's capitalize Bob. Bob. Oh. All right. And I think I actually need to add the CSV to Git as well. But for that, I'm going to remove some things from this list. Notably, the dates that don't need to be there. Oops. No. Can we show what Bob's music sound? I don't have the music yet. I'm still negotiating with Bob about all of that stuff, and I still need to communicate. We still need to communicate some details back and forth. So nothing's in stone yet. Hence why it's just Bob right now. So we'll see. We'll see. What do you mean the second camo? There's 2 camos then. That's fine. Oh, and a CSV. That comment needs to be there. That comment needs to be there. Yeah, I want to keep compatibility with the actual CSV that I get from Twitch. In order to do that, I need to keep that field needs to actually still exist. Nothing needs to be in it, but I do need the subscribe date field to be there. Yeah. Eventually, I might automate this process. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. It is nice to use this as an excuse to explain what it is and, I don't know, advertise it more. Oh, I need to go over here and edit the .getignore, not the get file, the get directory. Getignore, and remove the credit. No. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna remove the credits data. From the getignore. Yeah, because the generate credits binary. If it's not given an input file, it will spit out dummy names, and that needs to be invoked specially. Probably, but I mean, I don't know if I really want to. There's probably some awk one-liner that... Yeah, right? There probably is some awk one-liner that does it for me. Yeah, it's 400 characters long or something, right? No, I think it has to use Twitch's OAuth, and if anyone has actually had to try and use or understand their API a lot, I don't really want to deal with their API right now. Because it's a pain in the butt, and the documentation is all over the place. And they're just their naming convention alone is dumb. They use numbers for one version, but the next version they use a name. It's just what are you doing, Twitch? Come on. I don't know. Anyway, commit. Oh, let me remake the names just in case. Okay, good. Well, that's not before header. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Music credit. The comments don't actually matter too much, but whatever. Before for nicknames. With the inferred template params done for our language, I'm getting closer to finishing on the hardest possible compiler. Nice! So I need to order it correctly so that it can process more complex compile time chains, though. Alright. Load file. You know what I need to do? I need to come over here. Reset that. There. A. Excuse me? There we go. That's better. That's better. Alright, so now I can go ahead and add that to Git. Hmm. 227 lines of credit data. Credits data. Move the ignore line, excluding the credits data. This will allow the reproducible arrays from a fresh Git pull. Fresh Git clone, rather. PCASM. Pac-Man 128. What? What is this? Is it like x86 assembly or what? If so, this isn't something I can use on the NES. But if you want to drop that link in Discord in the proper channel, go for it. x86, gotcha. Yeah, I haven't done much x86. I think I did a Hello World at one point. I don't remember if I finished it or not. That was a few years ago, quite a few years ago, I think, at this point. But that wasn't really, that didn't really lead to anything. These projects here are my first real dive into assembly, honestly. Push that up. Alright. I mean, I think there's more housekeeping I can do, right? I got a lot further than I expected to, a lot faster. I'll be honest. Yeah. It's only like 2.5 hours in the stream. I'm like halfway done with my stream time, and I've already caught up to. Rum, how you doing? x86 in less than 200 pages. Seems something is missing. Like half the instruction set? Interpreter in x86? Really? If you head on over to my GitHub page, I've got let me open it up real quick. I have an interpreter in Go for that language. Which is a fun weekend project. I think it was a weekend anyway, I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's a dialect of BF. It's just a find your place of some of the terms. I didn't make it. I wrote an interpreter for it. 165 LUT. Surprisingly, yeah, it is surprisingly easy to write a cross compiler in awk. But I went the next step and made a full VM essentially for it, a full interpreted environment. So it's not, it doesn't like compile it to C or whatever. It actually directly interprets the code, and it does have some error checking and recursion depth checking and all that kind of stuff. So if it recurses too long, too many levels down, it'll abort itself. It'll say, "Hey, you've gone too far down. You can't do that. We're stopping you." You know, it also finds like out of range errors and that kind of stuff. Just a second volume of the Intel x86-64 manual is 2,000 plus pages. 8 volumes in total. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of book. And so the thing about programming, it's a shallow but wide pool. Or no, other way around. It's a narrow but deep pool. That's what it is. Yeah. So there's a few core concepts that's the you know, the width of CS, right? Of computer science. But the ways you can use those core concepts is 50 miles deep. Well, CISC architecture, what does that stand for? Meanwhile, risk is smaller, but a lot more. But needs a lot more instructions to do something. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. 50 miles of assembly. Yeah. Well, if it's in assembly, it's gonna be like 70 miles probably. Oh dear Lord. Complex instruction set. Yeah. Where the instructions are variable bytes long. ARM is a risk derivative? Risk-based? I don't know. Something like that. But yes. And that's why ARM is mostly mobile stuff, because it's less power consumption. Because the dies are smaller. I mean, still, you need the dies are smaller because it has fewer instructions. It's a reduced instruction set. Yeah, there's some trade-offs there. Are RISC and x86, are they different Endians? I thought everything was, well, everything modern now is Little Endian. Could have swore it was. Or is it, I always get it mixed up. Is it little or big? I don't know. Mainframes. What about mainframes? Mainframes don't necessarily exist anymore. I mean, everything's like compartmentalized VMs and whatnot. You have little and big and oh, so ARM decides that the processor, the specific implementation of the chip decides Endianness. Okay. S390 mainframes is still a big thing? S390. S390? IBM, System 390. There it is. September 1990. Memory up to 9 gig. That's not very much in today's standards. IBM Z. Oh, it's a family name for them. PowerPC. Okay. Little Endian is lowest bit value to the... hang on. So here you go. if this helps out any. Yeah. So Little Endian, the higher portion of that, the thousands, for instance, comes after, in memory, the lower portions, the lower parts of the number, the tens place, for instance. So, for instance, so a NES is Little Endian, which means I can have a pointer. Well, let me actually bring up a code example here. Sound ASM data. Oops, data. What? Here we go. Okay. So for instance, this right here, sound pointer sequence. This is a 2-byte address. Now, when I say increment and then a variable, the number here, that's only half of that address. But when I increment the first byte of that, it's incrementing the lower value on that. So if the address is hexadecimal 2000, incrementing the first byte makes it hexadecimal 2001. Incrementing the second byte would have made it hexadecimal 2100, 2100. Yeah. The naming, I think, is confusing, but yeah. Little Endian starts at the little end. Yeah. The naming I don't like because it's confusing, I think. MSB and LSB, most/least significant bit first. Normally think in MSB, but I think inflate that Mozilla uses stores data in LSB. I'm not sure. In a register? Virtual, they can switch that on demand? Really? That just sounds like it's asking for trouble. Yeah, the names are a little confusing. Yeah, a little confusing, I think. To the point where I still have to think about it. I guess you have things like VMs, right? So don't necessarily have to worry about those languages. Hey, JVM, is that a I know it's the Java virtual machine, but that's not a true, like, what we would normally associate a virtual machine with. It's more of a runtime environment, I would think. Although it does, as far as I know, though, it does emulate a machine, really. Yes, yeah, the bits are flipped instead of just the bytes. The actual bits are flipped, right? That'd be even more confusing. Yeah. As far as I'm aware, the NES is, and the 6502 is MSB, as far as I'm aware. Puts an abstraction layer between your assemblies, binaries, and hardware. Yeah, which can be good, and it can also not be good. It depends. There's pros and cons to it. You know, it wouldn't work for what I'm doing, that's for sure. Yeah, you can compile a C# program on Windows and run it on Mac, Linux, or whatever without a recompile. Right, and so long as those systems have that runtime environment. Yeah, assuming the dependency, the runtime environment is there, the .NET environment is there, or .NET Core, I guess in this case. So I've mostly done what I needed to do tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you know what I need to, I do need to test the music engine, because I don't think I actually tested any of this. And now that I think about it, some of it should have played. So I'm gonna hit start there. When I hit select, I want to do the thing. So we're gonna be removing this guy and this guy. And we're not checking for A, we're gonna be checking for select. Like that. Okay. The Mono VM has support for a crap ton of stuff. x86, ARM, mainframe, etc. I bet you it doesn't have a support for 6502. So 10 and MSB is 1010 and LSP is a 101? Yes. I'm not sure if it's standard, honestly. Well, if it is standard for everything, I'm not sure on that one. In theory, these are all the places you could run C#. AMD 64, ARM 64, MIPS, PowerPC, RISC-V, S399X, Spark, and x86. Alright, that's not too bad. Just drop it arson directory. Yeah, I'd have to implement the architecture. I don't want to do that. I would much rather just write my stuff in assembly, straight up. Like I'm doing now. Alright, so let's see if this actually, like, produces sound. It honestly... I forgot to add them here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here, audio, I'm going to crank that again so we can hear things. I'm going to pause that real quick and hit select. Nothing happened. Source view, sound ASM. Actually, init happens. The init never happens. I guess I forgot to put it in there. So let's go ahead and put it in there. Over here. Runner. Goodness gracious. Right here. JSR, sound init, like that. That's not how you spell init, but give me a second. Oh, I get. Okay, well, actually. Like that, because that actually turns the sound channels on. So there's a good chance that it was location. That's okay. Yeah. Still didn't do anything. What? Sound init. Reset. You hit it that time? Okay, good. How about I don't write the buffers. I don't write the buffers. Okay. RISC-V. The RISC-V was on that. Was on that list. One has super to inline assembly and source. Not a general C# feature. Not a general C# feature. Really? I didn't know that. 2K is not a lot of room for the C# runtime. It is not a lot of room at all. Yes, inflate. The algorithm Zulib uses is definitely since it compresses to bits, not bytes. It uses LSB, right. Thanks, I'm blind apparently. Apparently I am too, honestly, because I miss half of what I'm looking at. Originally I was surprised that Zulib compresses to individual bits and not bytes, but if you look in how to do it, it makes sense. Yeah, for the compression stuff, it does make sense with the Huffman trees. Yeah. And that is actually something I do want to figure out how to implement on an NES. Because that would help with compressing text. Yeah, it would help a lot with compressing text. So the the credits data could, in theory, be even smaller than what it is. So, gonna go past 3 AM here. All right, John Mega, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. You have a good night. See you next time. I haven't heard of this in like 10+ years. Alright, so writing the buffers is going to happen after NMI finished. JSR. Because I can write to the audio buffers after or during the screen write. That is no that has no adverse effects because the APU the sound circuitry is on the CPU and not the PPU, which draws the screen. So I don't need to worry about conflicts there. So this can happen during the frame. It doesn't matter. If you need some help with my own zlib decompression, maybe at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I think also CA or C65 has an implementation of zlib as well. Open folder. I think. Let's see, code NES. I could have swore I had. What's over here? Not that lib. Include, I guess. Yeah, so it has some zlib stuff in here. Is that actually the source for it, or is that just a header? Yeah, it's just a header. So this might actually have object code somewhere else. Yeah, I think it's got object code somewhere else. What would that be? Here we go. Yes, this is inflation routines for it. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Also, you really don't need to worry about hardware idiosyncrasies, even with compiled languages that don't have a VM. If you target LLVM, you may not even have to worry about that when writing compiler. Yeah. I mean, not anymore anyway. You way back during the 8 and 16-bit era, you had to. But yeah, not necessarily anymore. Unless you're doing like parts of the boot process for a computer. Unless you're coding that stuff, then you kind of have to worry about the target system. OS idiosyncrasies, yeah. Yeah, because the OS is the abstraction layer between the hardware itself, the metal, and a common programming interface, a common ABI. I've heard good things about LLVM. I haven't really used it firsthand, but yeah. Okay, so now that we're writing the buffers, let's remake that and come over to here, reload that, and well, we can get rid of that, I guess. Won't actually use it to help target iOS. Nice. Pause that, and let's see if we hear something. We do not. Okay. Is it writing the buffers? Let's see. Sound. Write buffers. It is. Every frame. Okay, that's cool. Let's put that in there, and comma B. Yeah. And let's options, video size, 2x. Is the frame never happening? The run frame. That's never happening. I know why. That needs to go into the wait frame stuff. Otherwise, that'll only happen if there's a sprite 0 hit on the screen. See, there we go. Right, so it happens after the sprite 0 hit, but you know what? I think that's alright. I think I'll have plenty of time. Unless the sprite 0 hit is too low, too far down on the screen, then I might run into some trouble, but I'll probably be fine. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, could you hear that? I hope we could. Yeah. Sound! Yay! Yes. That will need to be changed up a lot. Because I will need to have it, you know, looping a soundtrack. I would need to have it go from one segment to another, but I need music first to do that. So I'm just gonna, I think, just wait on that one. Yeah. I've heard that Xcode has an amazing LDB. I'm gonna assume you meant LLVM front end, but it doesn't use OS X. Oh, Xcode doesn't use OS X? Xcode is a Mac thing, isn't it? Mac dev environment? Jump noises? I could do that, yeah. Yeah, alright. Okay. What should I do for jump noise? Let's go ahead and open up have a tracker? Pause that. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over. And if I can find the plug for it, that would be fantastic. Is this it? This might be it. It is not it. Okay, that goes to something else. Is it this one? Maybe. Maybe. Where's the end? That is not it. I need to find the end of the wire. I need to find the wire. How about this one? This one? This one will work. Okay, we're good. We're good. I have too many wires on my desk. Also got a head of it. Thanks for these. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by. Karamu. Thank you for that. Hope to see you. Again. Have a good night. All right. MIDI that. I don't have any instruments to find. Add. There we go. And don't let the keyboard fool you. I can't play music to save my life. But I do have one, so whee. Alright, so let's start with what is this, guys? Why is my phone going off? Oh, that's my work phone, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. They can, I don't know, go away. Okay, I want a few more than that. I think. Probably, yeah. Got a few more. Maybe I'll reuse one of the other volume macros for this. Maybe we'll see. Add a few more into it. That one, and then that one, and then... Wait a minute, no, that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one. And wasn't there like a loop thing? Release there and a loop. Ooh. Ooh. How does the release work? Whoops. Arpeggios. Well, there is that too. Let's turn off that one then. Okay, so this is no duty or volume or anything like that. 3. That doesn't really work too well though, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, I could just do like a and then that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one. That don't work. Okay, let's make this 8 long. Let's invert that. That could probably work. Alright, I don't need to actually add any more. And then I could do the reverse of that, couldn't I? Guess I don't need a loop then, right? Or at least can go away. Wait a minute. There it goes. Okay, so how do I name this one? New instrument is going to be jump up. The new or no instrument fall down. And yeah, I'll get a volume in there for like 20 or so. Arpeggios are quintessential to chiptune. Yeah, so I haven't actually implemented that in my engine. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun figuring out. Another kind of like inverted going thing. Let's give it another. What did I give the last one? 12? 11. 11, and we're going to go down like this. Ooh. Okay, well, I didn't mean to put that little down in there, but that... Well... Maybe. I don't want to see my arpeggios as possible. I mean... I don't know. It's certainly something I can put in there, I just haven't done it. Really. I mean, this could work, right? Maybe. I don't know. Let's go down one more, and then down one more. Yeah, I think both of them using the same envelope works better. And let's just cut that down to that, so it just takes up less room on the ROM. Yeah, there we go. And down here, we'll do instrument 2. There. That could work, right? Maybe. Alright. Export that text. Not to there, to somewhere else. Runner. Well, actually, no. Let's. Shoot. Okay. Then we're gonna make a new one of these. Move this out of the way, kinda, sorta. Code NES box music engine music convert. Alright, and mainly I wanted the macros in this. Can I just get rid of this macro? Like, if I just have nothing... Wait, no, I just... That doesn't actually get rid of the macro, does it? Well, I mean, I can... Yeah, as long as I null them out, I guess. Export. Why does it still keep going to that stupid folder? Yes, replace. Macro 0, 1, 2, 3. Why are there still 4 macros? There shouldn't be. There should only be like 3 macros. 1, 2, 3. Those are the only 3 I really need. But for some reason the sound is also in there. Or the volume 0 is also in there. It shouldn't be. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a duty macro in there. That's what that one is. Got it. That's what that was. Still putting it in the wrong freaking place. There we go. Okay, so we did actually remove that other macro then. Alright, so these are the 2 arpeggios, and this is the volume macro. Okay. This is the first instrument, and this is the second instrument. I accidentally made them both use the same arpeggio. Export. Try that again. That's better. Now it's using the other one. All right. Place it over there. Instrument, S&D instrument. These guys need to go over here. I think this SFX instrument. Over there. Yeah, I've heard a lot. I've actually heard this a lot on my stream, while I've been streaming. Yeah, Incinerate by Tiasu. Always discover new things here. I'm glad I'm helping. Oh shoot, well, the orders are wrong. That shouldn't be there. Sound for SFX. Fall. SFX. Jump. Oh, and these need to be, these need to go over here. Like that. Song A, so we're gonna put the jumps here. Can you see this? Barely. I have 3 tutorials left from Kermit. No, tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Alright. Kermit. I wonder if he gets that a lot. Actually, you mentioned that like a bunch of the comments on his videos are that, so I guess he does get that a lot. Jump. And that word SFX fall. Yeah, he found some tutorials for, what was it, Godot? The guy that narrates him sounds like Kermit the Frog. no, not rudder. I want sound ASM. Abort. Okay, we're gonna go over to the one that it's open in. And we are going to remove the button select. Alright, so now the sound engine does not check for any button presses. It only runs the engine. Other parts of the code are now going to be responsible for starting and, well, stopping the music. So if we go over to game now, and look for jump. The next jump frame. I need to set the peak. Well, okay, so hopefully set peak only happens once. We're gonna find out. Load up what is it again? I forgot. We're gonna go over to sound again and down to the frame so I can reference some of this code here. Load sequence. Okay. What, pray tell, are the parameters? Sequence ID and A. So that's gonna be sequence ID 1 for the fall. Mode Y 0. Oops. And then we're gonna JSR to load sequence. I need to rename that to like SFX or sound reload sequence. I'll get to it later. Start playing the fall SFX. This is the wrong window. Okay, let's see if it does anything. The I don't have the arpeggio. The arpeggio's not in there. But the envelope does work. Oh, rather, not the envelope. The it only hits that once, so that's good. Doesn't fire off sometimes. It looks like because the peak isn't hit sometimes. So if the peak isn't hit, okay. So that's the wrong spot for it then. It does something. It does do something. Yes. Okay, so this is not the right spot for it. No jump. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna have a SFX start fall. We're just gonna add some more variables. So when he starts to when I start playing a sound, I'm gonna hit that. Wait. How would I reset that? Uh-oh. Well, -1. B minus that. Load up. FF. Store that into SFX. Start. Fall. No. Code 0. Store that into SFX. I was right the first time. Alright. Ground. This here. Load up 0, store it in there, and then store it also into SFX start fall. SFX start fall undefined. Fixed it. Nothing. Broke it entirely. Never even hits. Why? Start fall. Branch not equal. Good. Okay, so now I need to do the same thing for jumping. Load up SFX start jump branch not equal +1. Load up FF, store that into SFX start jump. Load up 0 and load up 0 for the channel. JSR load sequence. Oh, and we're gonna put that in here as well. Alright, so he's on the ground. It's gonna reset those every time. Like every frame. Whatever. That's fine. Okay, let's try again. Didn't work. Didn't work. Why didn't it work? Am I loading something wrong in there? Branch not equal, right? Game, we're on line 700 something. Update player. What? What? I know why. I think I know why. I think I know why. Yeah. I don't end the sequence for either one of them. For either one of them. It's possessed, yeah. Yeah. I didn't end the sequence for one of them, so it did unpredictable things. That's really good. Okay. Clearly I was wrong with what I did. Let's go over here and let's store that into SFX start fall and jump. So that's reset on every reload there. It's initialized. That'll be good, right? Yeah. Clearly something's wrong. Clearly something is very wrong. So let's go back to update player. Start jump. Not the sequence, right. Start fall. Doesn't even matter when you jump. Hopefully it does. I think it's setting things correctly. Rather the start and stop there. Oh, you know what? Let me actually change one of them to be a different note. A3. So we can differentiate them. Because the only thing that was different between the two were the arpeggios. Yeah, it's just weird. And that's way delayed too. The start like happens far too long into far too late into the jump. Yeah, far too late into the jump. Where is the other player? No jump, no jump. Okay, so these guys are players not the player didn't hit button A, and this one is we hit the peak, so we're falling, which means if the player hits button A, it should drop down to this one right here, like immediately. But it doesn't. For whatever reason. Let's go over here. It hit it immediately. Okay. Let's turn on some music again. There's our load sequence. It is a jump, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's the jump. Yeah, jump, then fall. Right, so 0 is correct. D95B. That's correct. Thank you for that file. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Sequence active. Okay. Sound run frame. That's where we want to go next. But first, let's see where else we are. Let's bring up the event viewer so we can see where in the frame we are. This won't actually load the audio data until the sprite 0 hit. So it went to way down there. Alright. How long does it take, I wonder? It waits for a beat to start the music. Not sure I can do that. Maybe I should have like an immediate start. So it starts up immediately for that? So this beat is only checked once every 8 frames, which would make sense why it's starting late. So if I don't jump and time it so it lands on one of those on the 8th frame, it won't start at the right time. That makes more sense now. So I think I might need to handle sound effects slightly differently then. So this will work for music, because I'll be starting that at the beginning of the scene, or not the scene, but at the beginning of the game mode, which will, whatever. It doesn't matter if it starts 8 frames late or not. Honestly, it'll just keep repeating after that, and whatever. But the sound effects need to happen on that frame. Need to start on that frame. They need to keep the same. Well, actually, they don't even need to keep the same beat or anything, because they're a single note. Well, there's going to be arpeggio on that, but I'm gonna have to think through how to do this, I think. because the sound for the yeah. So that's the main thing that's happening then, is it's starting too late. So I can get rid of all of this stuff here. I don't actually need that anymore. Check for beat. To do, let the SFX skip this and start on the frame it was. Enabled on. Loaded on. Yeah. I also need to implement arpeggio if I want this to work. But that's an instrument thing, or an instrument thing that can apply to all channels. Can noise do arpeggio? Like, is that a thing that you can? Actually, I didn't need to bring that in there. I could have just gone into here. Yes, they can. Yeah. That might actually work for, that might work for death. Or even... Oops. I mean, that wouldn't work very well for jumping, I don't think. But it would help. It would certainly help. Yeah, noise does work for everything, right? Yeah, so alright, so I need to implement arpeggio. I need to figure out how to do that specifically. That'll be an off-stream thing, though, I think. Figuring out the specifics of that, and I think testing it as well. Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. I think I'll figure that out off-stream. Hopefully for next time. We'll see if I actually do my homework. Yeah. At any rate, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. Yeah. So I've got some planning and thinking to do. For the sound effect stuff that I kind of glossed over, honestly, over the past few weeks. So yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can figure that stuff out, and maybe more of the music conversion stuff as well. But so don't go anywhere yet, quite yet. I'm gonna go find someone to go say hi to. Oh, and a reminder: there is a movie night this weekend. We are watching. Shoot, what are we watching? I don't remember. I forget what we're watching. Drop in Discord though. I don't know. I'll hopefully remind people then. It'll be on Saturday. I'll know by then. That's for sure. It'll be a surprise, right? But yeah, don't go in there quite yet, because we're gonna go say hi to someone. Who can we say hi to? Let's see. Who's doing a thing? Who's doing a thing? Hang on, what? How's this guy doing? So we might go say hi to someone new tonight. Let's see what he's doing first. What is with that face? That's not a face cam. What is this? Google translated Pokemon Blue. Okay. Let's, come with me to say hi to this guy. So how's the go to ASM parser going? Slowly, Nightshade dude. I think I'm gonna finish that up, off stream. Oh yeah, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, as movie 1 and Spider-Verse as movie 2. Yeah, it's the poorly translated mods, I guess. Yeah, come with me to say hi to this guy. We haven't rated him yet, but I think he has showed up on my stream. I've known him for a while. Yeah, and he's playing some some Google translated Pokemon Blue. I don't think he's gonna win the fight he's in either. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by tonight. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back on Saturday afternoon, Eastern time. Yeah, I will see you then, hopefully. Where are my buttons? I need to find my buttons to do the thing. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night.